Hello everyone. In this session, we discuss arithmetic circuit. Currently, we have combinational circuits to perform arithmetic operations, and these arithmetic operations include addition, subtraction, incrementing, and decrementing. Now, our objective is to design a single combinational circuit which can perform these tasks. It will save our implementation time and cost. So now the question is, can we implement a single circuit to perform these tasks? And the answer is yes. So let's have a look how this circuit looks like. Here is a 4-bit arithmetic circuit which perform operations on 4-bit binary numbers. It looks pretty complex, but actually it's not that complex. It's pretty simple if we analyze this circuit step by step. So let's first have a look what are components of this circuit. So first of all, there are full adders on the upper layer. So there are 4 full adders. Here is 1, 2, 3 and 4. And as we know that a full adder takes 3 inputs and produces 2 outputs. These 3 inputs are, first one is our number or bit 1, second one is our bit 2, and third one is carry in. So for the first full adder, it has A0 as input at X0 and B0, and B0 is coming through a multiplexer. So actually its second input will come at Y0. We'll discuss a multiplexer in a while. And similarly, X1 and Y1 are inputs, X2, Y2, X3 and Y3. And you see on the left hand side there is a C in. Currently it's 1. So C in is its third input. So it's at C0. Second one would have C1, C2, C3 and so on. And outputs are D0, D1, D2, D3 and C out as a final carry. So it is a typical full adder circuit which we have discussed already. So now at second layer there are 4 multiplexers and each has 4 inputs and 1 output. So now let's discuss these multiplexers. All these 4 multiplexers are similar. First of all, the first multiplexer, it has 2 control or select inputs. These are S1 and S0 and 4 inputs. So that make it 4-to-1 multiplexer. So what are these inputs S1 and S0? So these 2 bits make 4 combinations of selection bits 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So a multiplexer activates a single input line at output. So for 0, 0, its 0th input will be activated and will be passed through to the output. For 0, 1, its input number 1 will be activated. For a combination of 1, 0, second input or number 2 input will be activated, which is actually third input. For 1, 1, input number 3 or fourth input line will be activated. So this is the structure for all these 4 multiplexers. And now these control bits are connected. If S1 and S0 is 0, 0, it will be 0, 0 for all these 4 multiplexers. And they are connected here. So we can change S1 and S0 for all 4 multiplexers. Now, what are the inputs of our multiplexers? First input, let's say it's 0th input. It takes a B bit or a single bit from number B. So B0 is least significant bit. The second one 0 is B1. Next B2, and then B3. So first input takes bits from our number B, our second 4-bit binary number. Similarly, if we see the first number 1 input, which is second one, it takes B complement. So here it's B0 complement. For second, it's B1 complement, it's B2 complement, and B3 complement by using a NOT gate. And a NOT gate is an inverter. It inverts or reverses our binary input. Similarly, let's have a look at number 2, our third input. Second input for each multiplexer is connected with a single line which is 0. So input 2 is 0 for all multiplexers. And for third and last input, fourth and last input, it is these all are connected with a complement of 0 which is equal to 1. So input 2 and 3 are 0 and 1 for each multiplexer. Now the main purpose is to perform several arithmetic operations by a single circuit. We just need to change the control bits. So including Cin or carry in at the start of our execution, it contains 3 control bits. These are S1, S2, which directly go to our multiplexers, and third input is our Cin. So these are 3 bits. 2 raised power 3 is equal to 8. So there are 8 total combinations of our control bits. If we change bits, the functionality of this circuit can be changed. So this table presents functionalities according to different combination of control inputs. Let's say first 3 columns are our input columns, S1, S0 and Cin. So for example, if all 3 are 0, Y input of the circuit will receive B without any complementation, and it will perform D is equal to A plus B, which is a simple addition operation, and all other operations. So now let's have a look on these combinations step by step and see how inputs are different from each other and how the circuit performs. So this is the first combination. If you see at the bottom side, it's S1 is 0, S0 is 0 and Cin is 0. So means its first combination, which is 0 0 0. In this case, Cin is 0, and you see S1 and S0 both are 0, means first input of all these multiplexers will be passed to the full adder, and that is simple B bits. So B0, B1, B2 and B3, and A bits are already connected to our full adders on their X inputs. So by using a 0 Cin, it will simply add A0 with B0, A1 with B1, A2 with B2 and A3 with B3 and produce D0, D1, D2, D3 and a carry out, or simply it will add 2 numbers and produce a 4-bit arithmetic adder. So actually, if we limit our memory to 4 bits, so Cout, final carry out, will be dropped and result will be saved in 4 bits. That would be D3, D2, D1 and D0. So the operation is D is equal to A plus B, which is an addition operation. So for first combination 0 0 0, this circuit will perform addition of 4-bit binary numbers. So let's have a look at second combination, that is 0 0 1. So in this case the multiplexers will work at like similar in the previous step, and Cin is now 1. So let's say it's 1, and again 0 is activated. Simply B is input to our full adders. So what will it do? It will perform D is equal to A plus B, just like similar, and plus 1 addition on the basis of our Cin that we set to 1. So the operation is again addition by including an additional carry or add with carry. So it's a little different from a standard addition operation. Maybe there are some applications where we need this type of summation. So let's have a look at third combination, that is 0 1 0. Now our control bits of multiplexers are changed, that are 0 and 1. So for 0 and 1, first our number 1 input is activated. 1 for all multiplexers, and at second input they are receiving a complemented form of B. So all B bits are inverted now, but Cin is again 0. So it will add A with B but in reverse form, or B is in 1's complement. So it adds A plus 1's complement of B. So it receives B complement, and the task is D is equal to A plus B complement. So it is simply a subtraction with a borrow. So it's a little different because it just adds B by using its 1's complement, not 2's complement. So let's have a look at the next combination, that is 0 1 1. So for 0 1, S1 is 0 and S0 is 1. Again number 1 input is activated, which is B complement, B0 complement, B1 complement, B2 complement, and B3 complement, and it also adds Cin as 1. So now the 1's complement is also adding a 1 in it, which makes it a 2's complement. So now it's D is equal to A plus minus B, which is equal to A minus B, and we call it a subtraction operation. So the combination 0 1 1 will enable or make this circuit to perform subtraction operation. So A minus B is our task. Now the next combination is 1 0 0. So S1 is 1 and S0 is 0. For first two combinations, it's for second one or third input, and the input number is 2. So it will enable input number 2 for all multiplexers, and you see they are attached with a 0. So the number B is now all the bits of second number are 0, and Cin is also 0. So now we are going to add 0 in our number. Cin is also 0 and all B bits are all 0. For example, D is equal to A plus 0 for our B plus 0 Cin. So it is actually doing D is equal to A. So now it's just assigning a number to our answer, so which we can also call a transfer operation or transfer A. Now next combination is 1 0 1. So 1 0 will enable again number 2 input, which is 0 4 0 bits from all these 4 multiplexers to our full adders, and Cin is 1 now. So now it is actually D is equal to a plus 0 plus 1 or d is equal to a plus 1. So it just adds a one unit or one number or one binary bit to our number a, which we call an increment operation, and it is referred as increment a. D is equal to a plus 1. So the combination 101 will enable this circuit to perform increment operation. Next is 110. 11 are from our for our multiplexers. 11 combination enables last input of all the multiplexers, which is connected to a 0 complement or 1. Now Cin is 0. Now we have to add 111 with our number a, and we know that 2's complement of 1 is equal to 1111. So 2's complement is actually minus 1. So it will perform D is equal to a plus minus 1 or a minus 1, which is a decrement operation. So now you see D is equal to a minus 1, which is a decrement a, or it decrements our first number. Final combination is 111. So again, number 3 input is activated for y0, y1, y2 and y3, which is 1. And now we also have Cin as 1. So Cin is 1 means we have to add D is equal to a minus 1 because of these ones, and plus 1 Cin plus 1 carry in. So these are cancelled. Now actually our operation is D is equal to a. So that is again transfer a. So again, if we add 1 to our 111, it will give us 0, 4-bit. For example, if we try to understand it in a different way, we are adding 111 from here and plus 1 as our Cin is 1 here. So it's, if we add it, 1 1 0 carry 1 0 carry 1 0 carry 1 0 and carry 1. This is a 5th bit, so 4-bit answer is 0 0 0. And if we add this 0 with our a, so D would be a plus 0, which is D is equal to a. Again, it's a transfer a. It will simply assigns a number to our answer. So these are 8 different control bit combinations, and by using these combinations we can make this single circuit to perform this different arithmetic operations. So that's it from this lecture.